YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Market Czar. We're going to be looking at these three cryptocurrencies today. So we got three on the list. We got Neo, then we got Tron, then we got, I want to say, Balancer. So yeah, so we got Neo, Tron, then Balancer. So currently, and we're going to be looking at the trading pair of Bitcoin. So I'm looking at Neo, so it's going to be Neo against Bitcoin. So those are the two trading pair. And then we'll be going back and forth to Neo and USD Tether, and that's the USD dollar, right? Equivalent to that. And it just shows you the USD price instead of you looking at the Bitcoin price where I just had it at. So currently Neo is at $14.83. As we all know, Bitcoin is definitely having its rally right now. It hit as high as $16,000. That's a resistance points for Bitcoin. So a lot of people might be considering locking into a profit. So usually when a Bitcoin starts to rally up like this, the altcoins suffer, like Neo, Balancer, and Tron, right? Their price starts to collapse because people's not caring about altcoins. People want to join the Bitcoin party, right? So altcoins will drop in price, drop in value, like Bitcoin will go up in value. This doesn't always happen this way, but sometimes it does happen. And this is a good example that Bitcoin reaching its high points, sellers starting to lock in profits, and these sellers going to want to make more profits, reinvest their money. So they're going to go to these altcoins that sold off about 20, 30, 40, 50%, right? As we go back to the Neo and Bitcoin trading pair. And we could draw a support, because we got support now. We can clearly see the support levels of Neo, which is here. And that reads about, and this is in Bitcoin, so a fraction of a Bitcoin is called Satoshi. So this is about 856 Satoshis. So that's a low point. And then it had its high point, which was not that long ago, back in July this year. We can see how much of a profit this was back then, right? Because it's definitely lower now. Definitely lower than these low points. So definitely, if it were to reverse its pattern, right? If it were to curve back this way and go up, then it definitely is an opportunity to make gains, right? Make profit on your investment. So if I go ahead and say the market starts to turn, sellers start to buy into these cheap crypto, right? Because Neo was at one point at 2,351 Satoshis, and it dropped about 57%. As you can clearly see, it's definitely sold off. So it's a nice opportunity for this this currency to reverse into a uptrend, right? Doesn't mean it will happen. Doesn't mean it will happen right away. It could take days for this to happen. Could take weeks, or it might just continue to sell off. We don't know. All we know is it's on sale right now. That's all we know based on history, right? At its low points around these levels, through history, it was able to bounce, right? It was able to make higher highs, right? Higher lows, right? Through history, and this low point here in this short period. So there's a good chance that this can show the same activity, right? It could sell off like it did right here, then it could just go for days through this little channel of small and up and down price movements to really start to go back into a strong bull uptrend, and the opportunity is there. So that's Neo. Next, we're looking at Tron. So we're looking at Tron USD Tether first, just to see the price in USD dollars. And the price of Tron is at 0.02510%. That's the price of Tron. And we can look at Tron at BTC against the Bitcoin trading pair plus Bitcoin is up, and a lot of these altcoins are down against Bitcoin. So let me find this chart saying it's closed. What did I do? TRX. There we go. So this is against Bitcoin trading pair. So we're looking at the daily charts, and just to get a sense of history about what happened with Tron. We all know with Tron peaked really high, very, very high at 2,051 Satoshis. That's its peak. And as you guys clearly see, it's currently at 162,000 Satoshis. Not thousands, but 1,6,200 Satoshis, right? That's very, very low. Very, very cheap. This is its low points back to where it started to rise from its only 1726 Satoshis, right? Very, very low. Very, very low times. But it definitely shows throughout history nice support. As we could draw here as a support level or our trend line, and currently see it's near those levels. And this shows that this is a good opportunity to get in Tron because it's at its low levels, and that shows it's recently sold off. I could clearly see, and there's opportunity for growth, right? There's definitely opportunity for growth with Tron. We got another trend line there. So yeah, so it could dip a little bit lower. Who knows? It definitely still underneath the EMA line. It haven't shown confirmation for me to enter this trade until it starts to curve up and shows that it has the potential to stay above the EMA line while it makes higher highs and higher lows. Those are the patterns I like to trade because it just makes it more easier to read and not make mistakes. And then I'm just pause this video, then we're going to talk about the last currency balancer. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that, man. I had to eat because I was starving. So this is where currently Tron is at right now. Definitely at its support levels. Definitely something to be aware of. If you were to invest into Tron, is to just wait for that confirmation of reversal. Right now, it's not showing that because it hasn't hit the EMA line, or it hasn't surpassed the EMA line to show that it has potential to keep going in the uptrend in a more value direction so you can make a profit, right? It's not showing anything like that, but it is showing that it's hitting support and that it's an opportunity that it can or it will not reverse into the ascending direction. So moving on to Balancer now. So we're looking at Balancer, which is currently at $9.29 on CoinMarketCap.com. There's some data here to show you its market cap of $64 million, and then you got about $29 million in volume, which is not bad. Balancer is definitely a good project to be aware of. It's a decentralized exchange. It's a automated market maker, right? If you don't know what that is, do your due diligence and do your research. It's a project that was built on Ethereum, and it's pretty reputable. So we're going to be looking at Balancer against not USD Tether, but the BTC trading pair. So Balancer BTC. And then if you guys are having trouble finding this, if you guys can't find on cryptocurrency, just make sure you guys type it correctly. If not, it's going to show something completely different. And be careful too. Some things might look like it's the real thing, but it's not. So this is definitely something to be aware of. So you can just look at that this is on crypto and some Binance. And Binance is the most popular exchange as far as trading crypto and altcoins. So go ahead and click on that. As we can see with Balancer, I never really have looked at Balancer too much on the chart, so this is actually new to me to see where balancers stand. Um, it's a decentralized exchange. It definitely seems like it had its peak at about 31,875 Satoshis, and it's currently at 5,849 Satoshis. So definitely a big sell-off there. You can see it hasn't even showed that it bottomed out, but it might have bottomed out now, because I'm definitely seeing on the one day chart that there's a green candle, and it shows that people are willing to buy at this price because they feel like it might be cheap enough to start at least dollar cost averaging into this crypto, right? If they were to look at it long term to see if we'll eventually reverse into the direction of an uptrend. Hopefully it can spark a bull trend and keep hitting higher highs and higher lows, right? That's the goal. And as we can see, it definitely hasn't proven itself that it can hold above the EMA line, because I currently see every time it hits the EMA line, it drops in value. Hits EMA line, drops, pretty much hits EMA line, drops, EMA line right there, then just tanks, right? And then now we see a green candle, which showing that buyers are willing to buy at its lows right now, which is very, very low compared to its highs, which was a decrease of how much percentage wise. Bring out the ruler, and then we're going to wrap this video up because it's definitely starting to get long. So about a decline of about 79%, and this happened back in September this year. So definitely a huge sell-off. A lot of sellers then sold out. So this is definitely on a sell end of things. It's definitely on sell at this price compared to its highs, right, of 30,000 Satoshis compared to 6,000 Satoshis. So that's it with this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoy it. Definitely love getting the feel of these videos. Definitely talking about at least 3 cryptocurrencies. If you guys got a cryptocurrency that you want me to talk about, just leave it below in the comment section and we can look at it together, because I'm willing to learn different crypto as well, just as you guys, and just see what's out there, see where the opportunities are, so we can take advantage of it and eventually make a profit, right? That should be the goal. I'm out. Mark Azar.